Venkat. Hi, I'm Samudragupta Talukdar, the founder CEO of Cognilements Private Limited. Giving introduction about me, I've been working with a lot of technology firms, including a couple of Fortune 100 companies like Xerox and Iron Mountain, where I used to design solutions for various continents, especially working on the future technology. Cognilements as an organization, we are a customer experience platform which boosts sales digitally across various domains. You can say we are one among those who ends up helping various verticals to sell off their inventory, especially high value SKUs. And we have been doing a lot of work in the space of selling virtually. During COVID times, we have supported a good number of organizations to boost their business where everything is gone across immersive mediums. And we have a strong ideation where our major focus is how the sales can go high in tough times. That's all from my end.
Thank you, Talukdar. Now, can I have Talukdar?
Yeah.
So the question for Talukdar, you is, given that innovation is not a subject that is taught in schools, I mean, I know for sure because that's what I do for a living.
Right.
And large companies have always traditionally had these departments, R&D. The name can be different, but that is focused on at least looking towards what is happening out in the market as innovation. But for
Right.
SMEs, which is trying to run their business on a day-to-day basis, I think they don't have either budget, mindset, or time for things like digital technologies or innovation. But is that right?
Well, it's a very diverse topic. When I see innovation as a word, it started with those ape men days when they invented wheel, fire, and most of the things. Uh, Somewhere I would like to go a century back when two brothers, the Wright brothers, came together and they thought flying an object in the air. Today we are talking about space exploration and entrepreneurs like Elon Musk going to the next level of innovation, where the rockets are being re-landed back to the planet Earth. Where I see as an innovation, it's never being taught, but it's more of a passion-driven element. Today we have seen the Indian market is growing from agriculture sector to every other sector. But there are a few things where we are, if we into a trading set of a business, you don't see innovating much over there. But the hunger for product, the idea, the concept is growing in India. Essentially, it's never a subject in any of our academic curriculum across various universities or in school days. But what I see is it's a practice. Now, if I have to see that's where the mentorship program should come, where entrepreneurs should mentor somebody like this is the way how you can innovate. A father always teaches a kid like these are the best practices, and then he keeps on innovating and brings something more, and then he transfers the same knowledge to the next generations to come in. From my point of view, today affordability is a big question. But at the end of the day, when the consultants come at higher organizations, I personally work with Xerox, and when we consult, it's based on understanding their own businesses and giving them some white papers at the end of the day. But innovation is all about passion driven. You need to have the passion, urge, but definitely you need to have some learning materials to go through. And today we talk about a lot of learning material available across YouTube and various learning channels. It's always the approach. The approach should be why they are doing, how they are doing, and what they are doing. If these three things are clearer to any individual, innovation erupts. It evolves. It can be volcanic sometimes. But that's how I see innovation as a subject.
Thank you. Thank you. I think you have given hope. Even though we have not learned it as a subject, it's okay as long as you have the passion and keep your eyes and ears open and have somebody to mentor. Right. Everybody and anybody can innovate. Thank you. That was really inspiring. Talukdar, I think from where Arindam has mentioned about typically the SMEs getting to exhibit their products in conferences, which is now not possible probably for the next 1 year or so, not being able to do demos of the product in person. So how do you think digital technologies, the new ones like AR, VR, or any technology that you think will help this very real problem, immediate problem of getting SMEs to showcase their product and offerings?
Yeah, great. We had been working on this space, but I'll just take a little bit more than 2.5 minutes to explain this. Uh, where we had been working in the lines, Cognilements was focusing on something called this customer experience, right? Today, when you have to sell a product or service, the experience matters. The experience is divided into two components. One is the visualization part of it, and the second is the business transactions part of it. With visualizations, we talk about web and multiple components like extended reality, where you have AR, VR, and all of those. Now, today, considering the fact that we have to maintain social distancing, and considering the fact that people do have money but they don't know how to go and buy it, there is a huge gap, and that gap can be bridged by getting the technology solutions at the right place. In last 1 year, if I have to go in a factual way, so when the pandemic hit, nobody was prepared. There was no business continuity plan even for the larger organizations, which we have seen. Today, we have done a delivery of 56 odd projects in last 1 year. It's not about the SMEs. The bigger guys were also not prepared. Now, when BCP comes into the picture, the only way, if I have to talk about, is the connectivity part of it. But with connectivity, you need to give the essence of what you are trying to sell. So in real estate, with one of the developers here in Pune, between October till January, they ended up selling 243 units through a system which was powered by VR, where customer can come, they'll log in, they can have a guided demo tour with our solution, and by the virtue of this, they can have the futuristic visualization, what they will get it. Because home buying is a serious matter, whether it is Mr. Mukesh Ambani or the poorest person. It's the biggest investment they had been doing. And from there, we took the inspiration of how this we can bring it to the SMEs and the small guys who are at the rural part of the country. It's very simple, which we are bringing. So we are launching one of the product portfolio. It's in the similar lines that you go, log in, create your own virtual store. Now, this virtual store will be purely immersive. So you can click some 360 photographs and you can have a million square feet kind of a thing. And with a very, very, very small amount as the rent you are paying. So renting was one about the component, and here you can have other components coming together like video conferencing, you have chatbots, you have artificial intelligence, and all of these are connected to the business transactions at the back end, where you have inventory management, where you have product portfolio, and all of this. So today it's not very difficult, considering the Indian companies are working, we being a platform company, we are working, how 80% of the bottom of the pyramid, when I consider SMEs, are struggling to reach to the right customers. You need to bridge that
Okay.
gap, and it's very much possible in next 6 months, which we foresee.
Thank you. Thank you. I think you're saying distance doesn't matter anymore. So thank you. Thank you.
My point of view is like value creation is something which we cannot ignore going forward. And essentially, when you are talking about different segments, you need to focus on those experiences coming together. Today, skill sets which are coming out of colleges or various industries, when they are sourcing it, the demand is different. Considering the COVID, the digital transformation itself has taken 10x leap, and somewhere we need to upgrade ourselves to address those kind of situations in coming future.